They're like, which water bottle is capitalism telling me to buy next? I
Yeah.
need a new water bottle.
Yeah,
Like,
so that's
very
a part
true.
of it, I'm sure. But.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bloom Era. Join Marie, Michelle, Vita, and Michelle, 4 lifelong friends, on our journey through perimenopause. We'll share our stories, insights, and laughter as we embrace this new stage of womanhood. Let's bloom together. Why am I so nervous?
Welcome to the Bloom Era podcast. You are here with the Bloom ladies, and we have just completed the 28-day pause, which was a program we started a couple months ago. We started talking about this, where we are intentionally setting ourselves up for habits and trying to create habits and rhythms in our lives that are going to take us through perimenopause and into menopause and into just really I'm excited about aging now because we're doing this. Like, I feel like I'm feeling very empowered with this. So we've got 7 different habits we're wanting to cultivate in our life. And today we are talking about water intake and what is so important about getting the right amount of water. And Michelle PN is telling us about water today. So what you got, Shelly?
So I was reading online, and basically as your estrogen levels drop, your tissue is not able to retain the moisture as well as it used to. And also your thirst receptors stop working as well. So you don't know that you're thirsty.
What?
Yeah. So your body's no longer telling you that you need this fluid, even though you need it more because you're not storing it as well. So it's definitely something you now have to be mindful about and think about, because your body's not going to tell you, hey, you need this now, until it gets pretty far down the line and you're already dehydrated. So, and some of the symptoms of dehydration are similar to the menopause symptoms, such as your brain fog and your fatigue, moodiness. I know for me, I feel a lot of like muscle cramps in my legs a lot when I start getting dehydrated. And then ways you can tell that you're getting dehydrated are going to the bathroom less or having colored urine. Those are some of the ways you can kind of tell that you haven't had it. And the recommended dose of water, like it's a medicine, but the recommended amount of water that a person should get, and I say water, it's not necessarily water, the recommended amount of fluid you should get is your body weight in pounds divided by 2.
Okay.
So for a 150-pound person, that'd be 75 ounces. But it doesn't all have to come from just drinking water out of a, Stanley cup. You're not just chugging water all day, because you will get fluids and things from fruit and vegetables and things that you eat, if you eat soup and things like that. So
Good deal.
Is that something you guys struggle with, or do you think you overdrink water, underdrink water? How does that?
I think it depends on the day. Sometimes I feel like I can get on top of it, and then sometimes not. But yeah, I do drink. I think water is kind of like my primary source of hydration. But I guess we can count coffees too.
you can,
Yeah.
Depending on who you ask, but from my reading, yeah, you can count those. They used to say not to because the caffeine can be a bit of a diuretic. But then what I was looking at in this research was that it's not enough to negate the fluids you're getting. So you can count that, but don't let that just be like your primary source. Don't just chug 20-ounce Coke bottles, all day.
What
but that
is
does
100
count.
ounces of coffee? How many cups of coffee?
A cup of coffee is 8 ounces
Yeah.
typically?
6 to 8, depending on
yeah.
how strong you make it.
So
Yeah.
10. I only drink a cup of coffee, like one, my morning
A
coffee.
cup, as far
Oh,
as
wow.
measurement goes, is at 8 ounces.
Yeah.
So depending on what.
I think I typically do 12 ounces. So it's more like a cup and a half or 2. I think, like with anything, when you're super busy or, like our lives, we've got families and whatnot and work, you almost have to be mindful of everything to make sure you get it in. Like if you go through a day and you're just not thinking about it, I could probably go a whole day and be like, oh, I just had 1 glass of water, and be like, oh man.
Yeah, it is one of my bigger struggles. I have to make sure I'm doing it. And yeah, if I'm on the go, I don't do it as much. If I'm sitting at my desk at work, I'll have it there so I can get it and I can see where it's at in the bottle. Like, oh, I need to chug this down here real quick and go fill it up again, kind of thing. So
I think I've always used being thirsty as kind of and like, I know you're not supposed to get too thirsty, but I've always been a pretty thirsty person. So it's
True that.
We know, Marie.
that.
Super thirsty.
And so I've always used that. So hearing that that's messed up right now, I'm like, uh-oh. Because that's kind of always been my...
So true, because you always hear because, you can have cucumbers or watermelon, or a lot of your food has a lot of fluids too. So, and you can have too much fluid. So you're always like, just go by your thirst and go by like what you need. But yeah, the fact that your thirst receptors change as you age never even crossed my mind. That's like insane.
Yeah, and so once you get to dehydration, it's going to exacerbate those menopause symptoms. So the muscle aches or joint aches and things like that, but also the moodiness and grouchiness and things like that. And dehydration just, like people think, I'm going to starve to death or something like that, but dehydration is so much worse and kind of thing. So as far as how quickly you shut down. Yeah, so how quickly you're going to shut down.
I have had hyponatremia before where you have too much fluids.
What does that feel like?
Well, I don't really know because it was when I was in labor with my oldest and I didn't have an IV. So they're like, oh, make sure you have plenty of fluids. And I was like, got this. So I'm chugging water the whole time. And, like I'm dizzy and I can't think straight. But I'm also in labor for 40 hours. So I don't know which was which. But then my child then had issues with her sodium when she was born because mine was so low. But that's
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that was possible.
Yes. But I mean, it's not like you're not going to do it without I was purposely like, oh, I'm going to stay hydrated. So
and also if you are having hot flashes and night sweats, that's something that can burn through your fluid faster as well. So if you are experiencing those symptoms, you may, again, make sure you are getting that fluid intake because you're sweating it out.
You probably also need to replenish your electrolytes then as well.
Yeah.
Why does it get so wonky? I mean, for 10 years, it's just going to be nutty. That's just boggling my mind. There's no.
You're going to have a checklist. Okay, did I get this today? Did I get this today? And just make sure you've met all the health goals you need to meet. So that way,
what is y'all's tips for getting better water? What is is it just carrying the Stanley Cup? Is that why that became so popular?
That's helpful.
So I know if I drink 2 Stanleys a day, I'm good. I don't have to worry about water intake. And that's.
Yeah, I agree. Whether it be a Stanley or a water bottle of some sort, if you have that with you, it's easier to be fill it up and have it at your desk at work or have it kind of available at home. Because I notice when I don't, say I do forget it, it's I'm just not going to make the time to find a random cup in the office and fill it with water. I'll just be thirsty all day until I get home or whatever.
It's so true. If I forget my water bottle, I'm like, I guess I'm not drinking today. It's so funny.
I don't. It's
There's
just
plenty
hard.
of glasses
I don't have
at the office, but I just don't
Yeah.
I don't have a Stanley. I just use a water bottle, but I'm not a big water drinker. I don't like just plain water. I never have, not a big thing. But after my gastric bypass surgery, they brought up the Crystal Light and said that that's an excellent way to flavor your water and things like that. So you can use those, and that's pretty much what I do most of the time. So I'll use those, and so I keep one in my purse, so I can put it in my water bottles and things. But so I usually just use disposable water bottles, but I'll reuse them a lot and then eventually just throw it away. But that way, if I am somewhere that, you can't have that water bottle here, I can throw it away without feeling bad, kind of thing, something like that. But yeah, I'd very much do if I don't have it if I don't bring my own, I'm just not drinking that day.
Mm-hmm.
I use Element. And if you guys have heard of that, it's LMNT, and it's a salt-based electrolyte mix, and it's supposed to replenish your electrolytes because you need more than just water. Part of hydration is your minerals intake too. So, and I think those taste right. But I think you're fine. I mean, you get those in your diet too, but it's just another way to make sure that. And I don't know. I guess if we're having night sweats and all that, we maybe need it even more. But I love it, and I do notice if I drink that, I'm not thirsty all the time. I think it does on a different level when you're thirsty, you're craving more than just hydration. But I love those. I think they taste
Gatorade
great.
Zero a lot. So it's the 0 calorie Gatorades. So I'll do those a lot to kind of get the electric lights kind of thing.
So another habit I think I've formed is just making sure I get a glass of water right when I wake up before I take, drink a coffee or whatever.
I love people who do that.
It's just okay, let's just, do you not do that?
No,
I'm surprised you don't do that.
No, I drink iced coffee first thing in the morning. That's what I do. And before I gave up sodas, I would drink a soda first thing. I just I love something cold first thing, but water is never what crosses my mind. And people do lemon water first thing. I love that idea. I feel like you are you are just on top of it person if you drink a glass of water first thing in the morning, before you eat or anything. But
when we were doing the challenge and I was trying to
make so funny to you?
Because it's just out of all, you're the most good at all the habits thing.
Yeah.
For you to be I love that for you. You just heard about water in the morning. It just seems
can't have it till lunch. No. But yeah, so I would keep a water bottle. I don't if I am going to drink plain water, I want it to be room temperature. I don't want it to be cold. I don't know. So I would keep a bottle of water just on the bathroom sink, and before I brush my teeth, I just chug half of it. there's 8 ounces, you know. And then
So
I
that's
put it,
even further than me. See, I
like-
need to wait until I get to the kitchen.
so I mean,
It
it was
only
just kind of
tastes
a
like
habit. I was like, I
medicine,
gotta
though.
have this 8 ounces and chug it down, you know.
Yeah.
And 8 ounces is not much, you know.
It's not, and you wake up thirsty anyway, so it makes
Yeah.
sense. I don't know what the science is behind it, but a lot of like older Asian people, like my mom and mother-in-law, don't like cold water. They think it's like, I don't know if your Filipino mom is the same way. She's like, room temperature or warm water is best for your like digestion.
My
and your
aunt from
body.
England would order her water without ice.
Yeah.
I don't like. I flip flop, but I usually like. We don't put our water in the fridge or anything. Like ours is always our bottled water is out. But I do like. I don't know. There's something exciting about like getting our Stanley Cup thing or whatever. It's not a Stanley, but the cup with the ice, and then I like reach for it, and it's like cold water.
I love
like,
a sip of cold water.
Yeah, there's just like, oh, that feels so good.
I love it. I've heard like after you're born too, or after you give birth, you're not supposed to have like you're supposed to have warm foods,
Mhm.
nothing like
See, I don't know what
cold
it
or
is,
yeah.
but I mean, obviously, people have followed that rule
For centuries,
Yeah, hundreds
yeah.
of years. So, must be some science behind
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
So-
I'll drink really cold water like after a workout to help cool myself down. But if I'm just drinking it to be having something to drink, I'd rather it be room temperature.
Mm.
Tea, I want cold, but water, room temperature.
iced tea only for you.
Iced tea only. Yeah, I don't
I
do,
don't
I don't do
drink
hot tea. I don't do hot tea.
I like hot tea.
I like hot tea. I don't.
Matt does it if he's not feeling well. but
Actually, I don't like
do hot
anything hot. I like it room temperature or cold. Like I make my tea or I make my coffee and I let it cool down. That's why I have iced coffee first thing in the morning because I have to make my coffee and let it.
tea. Yeah, see, I don't drink coffee. I like hot chocolate, but it can't be too hot because I hate it when I burn my tongue.
But this is a little off the point.
Yeah.
But
Hey, it's ways
It's
to
so-
hydrate.
it's
Iced
so
coffee, hot
and it's so
coffee.
interesting too.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if it's like people say like your blood type or your different types of whatever your person is has something to do with whether you should have hot or cold or I wonder if it is that or it's just personal preference or
Yeah.
Actually, here in my notes that I took, it says drinking water as soon as you wake up is a way to maintain hydration. And it says room temperature water has shown to kickstart metabolism for the day. And then it says always carry your water with you. So we've already learned that lesson. So just throw like a reusable water in your purse or something like that. Just to always have a water bottle with you.
awesome.
I love it.
So this is a dig at the Stanleys, but one thing I don't like about it is that they leak.
Oh yeah.
So I want to get a new water bottle. I guess I'm searching for a new water bottle that I like the ones that close, like the
Yeah,
Yetis
so
or something.
My daughter has we had an Awala one that closed. But
it's complicated.
And it fell and the lid broke once. It
Yeah.
fell from a table. And I'm like, no, I need a sturdier one. But so she got a Stanley one that has a lid that closes. And that thing is sturdy. And it's like a
Okay.
cute yellow color. But like she throws that thing around all the time and it's sturdy. So
okay.
I like that one if you need one. Because I do. Like sometimes you want, like I like have one that's in my cup holder. But you want to throw one in your gym bag or one that,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
I like the smart water bottles that have the little pop top so that way I don't
Yeah.
have to unscrew it. So then
Oh, those are the plastic ones.
yeah, the little
I like
plastic
that.
one. So that's what I'm saying. I'll take that and reuse it
Mm.
a couple of times and then throw it away and then get another one of those.
I'll show you Kaya's yellow Stanley.
Okay.
And that's-
What was y'all's water intake like as children?
No, out of a hose.
So I don't know what
Mixed
water
with
was when I was a
Kool-Aid.
child. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, mixed with Kool-Aid.
I don't remember. It
Yeah.
wasn't a thing.
And we
You-
definitely didn't bring water bottles to
yes,
school.
all the kids now.
I bought my
know
20 ounce
you're-
Dr. Pepper.
You homeschool, but all I think it's like required. They have to bring a
Mhm.
water bottle to school
Yeah.
and a snack. We didn't have
Oh,
snacks
No,
either.
I've never sent my kids with snacks, and I feel very strongly about this.
Oh,
like,
really? Even now, you don't.
even now, never. And then it wasn't a thing till we moved back to Tennessee. In El
Mhm.
Paso, they're like, no, the kids should be able to go from breakfast to lunch. Here, they're like, all the kids stop to have a snack, and I'm like, no, my kid does not need to eat between 7 and 11 when you have lunch. They're fine.
Well, Everly's lunchtime is at 10.
Yeah, this is an afternoon snack.
So they do an afternoon
Oh,
snack. So I
yeah.
do give her one, but
No, my kids don't get snacks
it's
at school.
they have 10 minutes to eat it. So it's nothing like a super major thing. But if she had a more central lunchtime, I think I probably would. But going from 10 o'clock till 3 o'clock, I think it gets kind of a long period.
Yeah, but I don't even think are the water fountains working at the schools now?
Ours do.
Okay, are you supposed to use them? Is there like a sign that says these are not maintained? Like I'm afraid to use. Before when we were little, I think we would use public water fountains like at the
Yes.
park and stuff. And now it's like, ooh, don't touch that. Like,
Well, if Everly forgets
Oh,
hers,
wow.
they'll use the water fountain, but it's
Okay.
outside the hall, so they have to go get
Yeah.
it. But also, they'll use it to fill their water bottles up. They got the special ones where you can fill them up and
Fillable,
stuff.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't like my family didn't drink water growing up. Like there wasn't like, hey, we're having dinner. Here's your water. I was like, when we would go to families' houses that drank water or milk, I was like, these aliens. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, where's your Coke? I need a drink. I need a real drink with this meal. But it just never occurred to me how much water we were supposed to be drinking.
Yeah. I don't think we had I think we had like the Kool-Aids and juices, but I think water was pretty common at our house. So, but I don't think it wasn't something we thought about. It just was there. Does that make sense? Like now it's like, we've got to make sure you're
Yeah.
hydrated.
The only time I made sure like I had something to drink was at dinner, and it would be water or milk usually.
Yeah.
But yeah. I know. I was like, it was probably my house. She came over.
No.
What do you want to drink? Water or milk?
It was
She's
definitely like
I want
fourth
a
and fifth
Coke.
grade. Bringing my own. But yeah, so I just baffles my mind how much water has taken over the culture.
But it is so funny. Like, when we were kids, we'd play outside all day long. Nobody's worried about our hydration, and we did okay. We're alive.
Yeah.
We've
But-
made it, but it's just funny. So no, this
Like,
is
did we
good.
bring water to like you guys did soccer or tennis practice? Did we bring water bottles to tennis or soccer?
I
I'm
brought
positive we
Gatorade.
did not.
I brought Gatorade or
You probably did,
Powerade.
Shelley.
Like I don't remember.
I don't think we did.
I feel like I probably got like a Fruitopia
Oh yeah.
A
from the
Capri
vending
Sun.
machine.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if I would have like for tennis, because I didn't play as much as you did. I was on the team, but I didn't play much. But with soccer, I brought stuff because it's a lot of running.
Yeah. But like, it's like, I don't know if it's part of their capitalist culture, but like now it's like selling water bottles is such a
Oh.
huge market. It's
It's
kind of
so
expensive.
like
It's like
kids-
which that's
yeah.
what I saw a little thing on TikTok. They're like, which water bottle is capitalism telling me to buy next? I
Yeah.
need a new water bottle.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's
that's a
very
part
true.
of it, I'm sure. But
Yeah. Oh yeah, something new to sell.
mhm.
Yeah.
we're suckers. We're
We
suckers.
Yeah.
We are.
But we drink more water because of it. So
We're healthier.
We think we
so.
are.
we think we are.
Yeah, we think we are. I don't know if the water's got like microplastics and crap like that. So
So-
maybe not.
Right. So doing this challenge, has water been a struggle for anybody, or have you noticed a difference?
Yeah, it's always a struggle for me. Like I said, I have to really try and do that chugging the 8 ounces just to even get close. Otherwise, my just natural water drinking on a good day is about 40 ounces. And
That's not bad.
well, that's about half of what I probably should be doing a day. So
Like all liquids or water specific?
just water specific. Well, no, in all drinks is about 40 ounces. So yeah, so I still would eat like fruit or vegetables, things like that. So I'd get some hydration from that, but just liquid intake would be about 40 to 50 ounces.
How about anyone else? Do you think you've changed your habits because of this? Because I don't like, I feel like it's good. It's another good mental
Mhm.
check, but I don't feel like it hasn't been like a hard part of the challenge, or it's just been something nice. I'm like, oh, I get a mark off. I had my water. So
Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the same boat as Michelle Shelley. In that I think I can like one Stanley Cup's pretty easy. And what's that for
40,
mine?
yeah.
Yeah, 36. Well, mine's 36, or even less. So like 2 is kind of like my general goal. But like so, I think I did have to be mindful to kind of finish that second one. But I guess like you said, I have coffees and a protein shake. So I mean, maybe overall it wasn't hard, but I already had kind of like a water bottle, or was a part of the water bottle culture. So I mean, it was already had that before the challenge. So that piece was built in. But yeah, I think just with anything, I feel like I have to. Sometimes I just struggle and I just have to think about it a little bit more.
it's kind of like what we were talking about. Sometimes it's nice to, not nice, but it's necessary to say what your needs are. So
Mhm.
like we're so focused on our kids' needs or our family's needs that we're like, this is something I need to do. And you just put it on your mental checklist as something you have to do. Then it finally happens. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like I was just way less. I don't think I had a problem drinking because I'm still nursing. So I'm very mindful when I'm dehydrated because the baby, well, not the baby, the 2-year-old will be like, I mean, literally the other day slapping the side of the bus.
Like, where is
He's
the
like, where
liquid?
is it? Then he's like, give me water. He's like taking the Stanley Cup. Like, if you don't want to be my filter, then fine. But so I've been pretty, like, I get some pretty loud signals that I'm dehydrated.
That's nice. I mean-
But so I think like right now, but I definitely, when I'm not nursing, I slip out of it. This is I think, like there's a satisfaction to like, oh,
Mhm.
look, I've marked I've accomplished something.
Right. And it's easier
else
than
but
lifting
this.
weights or going for a
Yes,
walk. You're like, oh, I
absolutely.
drank water. I'm so healthy
That's
today.
true.
But
Absolutely.
Feel good
And
about it.
And
Yeah.
it's a good way to just make myself make a better choice because I will 100% choose a Coke if I'm out. And, well, no, go ahead and get water because you're eating. You know, it was a good way for me to make a better choice, liquid wise and calorie wise or whatever. So awesome. But my mind is blown that our thirst receptors are broken. I am mad because it's just all falling the freak apart.
Yeah. See, I've always never really felt thirsty, so like I'm not sure if I'm just not going to see much change there or if it's going to be even worse. So that's something I got to kind of
but me too. Like you said, you're a thirsty. I'm not really a thirsty person. And maybe that's why we have, are you, do you feel thirsty?
I'm like thirsty right now.
Okay.
I say like.
So that might be why we feel like it's a little bit, it's not, and I'm also one of those people who doesn't have to go to the restroom all the time.
Probably because you're not drinking water.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
But I
I'm the
just
same
thought
way.
it was because I thought it was like a natural superpower. Like I could survive in the desert, y'all. Like,
I don't go to the bathroom a lot. Like I will drive to
I
Florida
can hold it, but I
Yeah.
do.
Oh,
have to
like
use
no,
the
like I don't
bathroom.
even notice it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the urge to go.
The
It's
urge
not
to go.
like,
I will go when we go to a stop place because I'm like, I know I have to, but I don't feel it like that whole like dancing thing that people do. I mean, as a kid I did, but not now as an adult. But
Yeah, same.
so yeah, like I
so
don't.
again, like
That's
now
why we
if
always-
it's worse. It's like,
That's why we always
man.
picked on Trina because she would have to go all the time.
Yeah. I'm like,
She's
well,
just hydrated.
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
She probably is. Like,
that
That's why
youthful
she
skin.
still looks 20.
I know. Yeah. We're all like quiet.
Oh,
Like,
that's what it is.
We should have been drinking more water when we were in our teenage years.
Good deal. Okay, awesome. Thank you,
All right,
Shelly.
thanks,
Shelly.
everybody.
All
So
right.
yeah, so make sure you get your fluids.
Awesome. Thank you.